Hi there, it's Tony with lidl.doodle, and today's video I am going to share the pens that I have selected for my everyday carries for the week. I finally decided on a purpose for this cute little Hobonichi journal that I picked up with the little kitties peeking around the door. So generally I pick 6 pens to take with me every day based on what colors I'm using in my bullet journal, or maybe the seasons, or if I have a new pen, or pens that I haven't used for a while. I don't do currently inked videos because most of my pens are inked up, and I know that some people choose not to do that, but I use so many pens throughout the week for different reasons that I just like to have all of mine, or most of mine, inked up pretty much all the time. So the 6 pens that I have selected for this week include colors that I've been using in my bullet journal, as well as a new pen that got delivered on Friday, so I will share that. The first pen that I'm taking with me this week is my TWSBI 580 AL Mini, and it is inked up with Diamine Conegirls. This ink is a limited edition that I ordered straight from Hong Kong. It's only available over there to my knowledge, and I ended up liking it so much that I ordered a second bottle because I was like, I'm going to be using this ink a lot and I want to make sure that I never run out. So it's such a pretty ink. It's purple with a lot of kind of bluish silver shimmer, and because I like to match my inks to my pens, I've always felt like it goes really well with this little guy. The Mini is a pretty small pen, but I don't post it, and I'm okay with that. Let's see, I've got it in a broad nib. So it's my TWSBI AL 580 Mini in a broad with Diamine Conegirls. So this is a pen that I use quite often, and I really like it. It's just a great little pen. The next pen I am bringing with me this week is my Opus 88 Mini in Cherry Blossom, and the ink I have in that is Diamine Electric Pink. You can see it's got just a mad amount of shimmer in it, and it's a super pretty ink, and I really like the way that it handles in my Opus 88. It's got a ton of shimmer, and it's a really wet ink. I mean, it's just pooling here as I'm putting down my little blob. And when I have a pen that has a lot of shimmer, I always make sure to agitate it first. The more sparkle and shimmer a pen, an ink, the more I just love it. So this is my Opus 88 Mini in Cherry Blossom, and this is a 1.4 stub nib. It is definitely my my broadest nib that I have, so it's not an everyday writer, but it's pretty fun. A lot of line variation, and I enjoy writing with it for smaller writing projects. I definitely wouldn't use this one for a long writing project. So my Opus 88 Mini in Cherry Blossom, which is a Gold Spot exclusive. Next up is my TWSBI Eco. That is, I think this was Sapphire Blue is what it was called. And it is, let's see, I don't even know what nib this is. So TWSBI nibs, they go down so far that the nib size is imprinted right here, and sometimes it's covered up. I'm pretty sure this is a medium, and I have it inked up with Pilot Iro Shizuku Cone Peki. And these Iro Shizuku inks are quickly becoming a favorite of mine. I have a couple bottles, but I have been looking to add a few more colors to our collection. They are just beautiful inks, and so far in all of the pens that I have them in, they handle really well, and they're just vibrant and beautiful inks. So I enjoy those. This is TWSBI Eco. Forgot how to write sapphire all of a sudden. In medium with Pilot Iro Shizuku Cone Peki. Okay, so halfway done. The next pen that I am taking is another TWSBI. I tend to bring a lot of TWSBIs because if they go to work with me, I'm not as concerned if like I were to misplace one or something were to happen. This is the green glow in the dark. This actually glows in the dark, which I'm not really sure what function that serves, but it's fun, kind of gimmicky. And I have this inked up with Waringal The Secret Garden. It's got a beautiful copper shimmer. And I actually had this ink in a different pen for a little while, but it wasn't behaving, and so I took it out and I put it in this TWSBI because it is a stub nib and it can handle the shimmer a little bit better than the pen that I had it in. And so yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful ink, but it just didn't want to behave well in the previous pen that I had it in. So this is my TWSBI. I don't know if this is the right name. I'm calling it the Glow Green, and it's a 1.1 stub, and I've got Waringal The Secret Garden in it. And once that dries, I can see the shimmer, copper shimmer kind of starting to come through. The next pen I'm taking with me this week, it's another TWSBI. This is the 580 AL. I can't remember the exact name of this color, but it's like a gold orange, just a beautiful, I love this. And this is a broad nib, and I have it inked up with Diamine Candlelight, and I have just found this to be such a great ink to have in this pen. It's very complimentary, and I really enjoy it. Puts down ink really nicely. It doesn't have any shimmer in it, which is unusual for me because a lot of my inks do. But it's just a beautiful yellowish brown. I would say this is a great fall ink, but it kind of just lives in this TWSBI because it's such a nice match. So let's see, this is the, and it's got a little bit of shading once it dries, which I like. It's kind of fun to have a little bit of shade variation. I don't know, I'll just call it yellow. And it's a broad nib with Diamine Candlelight. Okay, and then finally, the last pen that I am taking with me is, big surprise, another TWSBI. This is the most recent release from TWSBI. It's Cafe with rose gold trim, and I got this in a medium nib. It's just really a beautiful pen, and I'm kind of at the point now where anytime TWSBI comes out with a new color, I grab it, because the few times that I haven't grabbed it, I've regretted it. So I inked this up with Diamine Cinnabon. This was from the Inkvent calendar, and a couple of things that I'll say about this ink. Number one, it's a really pretty brown. It doesn't have any shimmer, but it's scented, and I forgot about that until I was already inking the pen. It smells, and it smells like what I think Diamine is trying to make a Cinnabon, and so it's a little bit distracting, but I will just use this until the pen is dry, and then I will find a different color to put in it. It's not my favorite just because of the smell, but it is a really pretty brown, and I probably normally wouldn't use a brown this time of year, and especially with the colors that I'm using in my bullet journal right now, but because it's my newest pen, I did want to use it this week. And as I was filling it, this started out as a full little bottle, and for whatever reason, when I was filling it and I was just being kind of careless, I guess, I knocked this stupid thing over twice, and so now it's just got a tiny little bit of ink left in it. But yeah, it was kind of just random. And so right out of the box, this TWSBI is writing really smooth. Sometimes I have to work the nib with a little piece of micro mesh, but this one was super smooth right away, and so that was kind of fun. And 7. So, okay, so those are the pen and ink combinations that I'm going to be using for this week, which is the week of May, what are we at? 6th, starting tomorrow. And then I'm just going to continue to fill up this little journal with my different inks that I choose for the week. So yeah, that's it. I hope that maybe if you have any questions, or if you like any of these inks, you can feel inspired. You can see some of the shimmer coming through. Yeah, so I hope you have a great rest of your day, great start to your week. If you're in education and you're a teacher, you know we're down, at least on the West Coast, we're down to the last, I have 4 weeks with my seniors and about 5 weeks with the rest of my classes, so it's going fast. All right. Have a great rest of your night,